Hi, I'm Caitlin Domner, one of the founding partners of SalesMap.me, where we help transformational leaders scale their sales for more freedom and transformation. And that's what I want to talk to you about today, is freedom. So most entrepreneurs start their business because they want freedom. But in order to get to freedom, we need a profit-generating machine. And that means we need a business that is running without us. Now, we may have started our business because we loved the thing that we were doing, coaching, consulting, and that's fantastic. But all of the things that I'm going to walk you through today are going to apply equally well to you, even if the only thing you want to do is the thing that you're doing and you want to outsource everything else in your business. That's absolutely fine. What I want to talk through today are the 3 stages of growth that correspond with the 3 buckets of business. So in my master's degree, we talked a lot about sales, marketing, operations, finance. For the purposes of today, we're going to talk about just 3 buckets as sales, operations, and finance. And they correspond to the 3 phases of growth. Now, I'm going to be speaking primarily to expert-based businesses like coaches, consultants, people who are selling their intellectual property, where their profit margins are pretty healthy. If you are in a different industry where you have a higher cost of goods sold, you will probably want to take out your cost of goods sold in order to have comparable numbers with what I'm going to talk about today. So the first stage of business has to be growth, right? So we're focusing on the sales and marketing bucket. And the idea is we want to position you as the premier solution in your niche. So whatever it takes for you to be the best, to be recognized as the best, and to charge the best prices. So on this, in this level of growth, this is a very person-driven stage of your business. And for most business owners, it will carry you right up into $100,000 to $200,000, sometimes up to $500,000 in revenue, because you are selling you are using your expertise, you are using your passion and your creativity to close those deals and get your clients. And so you are in a very person-driven business. Your focus is growth, and your goal is to be the most expensive, if you will, solution in your niche. Now, the second stage of growth, after we get to that low 6-figure point, is we start moving into the predictability phase. So this is when we focus on operations. It's not that we're no longer focusing on sales. It's just we are layering that with an operations focus. And now our goal is predictability. You want to start putting systems, infrastructure, and hiring team members in place so that you can deliver a world-class customer experience every single time. So that makes sure that we are now moving from a person-driven business into a systems-driven business. And this point between roughly that low 6 figures and the high 6 figures or low 7 figures, this is when things are probably getting tighter before they're getting easier. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you should probably be warned. This is the skyline Charybdis of your entrepreneurial journey, where you are going to be making a lot more revenue, but it will probably not be showing up on your bottom line. Because remember, your focus is not profit. That's the next stage. What you're focused on is how can I get a business that runs without me? How do I become a process and system-driven business instead of a person-driven business? So in this phase, your goal is to focus on operations and predictability and get a world-class customer experience every time. All right? Now, when you have reached that low 7 figures, now it is time to turn up the volume. And now we want to focus on the third bucket of your business plan, and this is the finance bucket. So this is now, instead of growth first and then predictability second, now we are focusing on profitability. And this is where we want you to get. The problem is that we needed the infrastructure built in order to get there. So at this level, you are now a metrics-driven company. You have a number, a key performance indicator assigned to every system in your business, and you have a champion who is measuring every single number. Does this make sense? And your goal now is to optimize. You want to optimize every stage in your business so that you are increasing profitability. And don't think of profitability necessarily as just, I want more money. because that does not exactly work always, but it's the idea of optimization. How can you get better results with either less time, either through automation, or how can you get more money with less cost by increasing your value proposition? So it's in this final phase that's where we really start seeing your business taking off. This is also when you have the opportunity to now sell it if you want to sell it, or bring on people who can manage it for you, and you have that freedom that you're looking for because you have a profitable self-running business. Now, in the second video, we're going to talk about marketing and what does it take for you to get there. And then in the third video, we're going to talk about sales and how this applies to you. All right, so tune in for the next one. We're going to talk about the 4 gears of marketing.